Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 of Ultra Melodic Podcast. Today we are going to be talking about our favorite music videos of all time. So we're just going to be talking about what we like about them, why they're on our personal favorites list, things like that. So we're excited to delve into this topic with you guys. And Dylan, why don't you get us started?
So it was really hard to narrow this down to 5 music videos. So I'm just going to say some honorable mentions really quick. So Britney Spears' "Toxic" was like a big part of my childhood. Michael Jackson's "Remember the Time" I really like. Madonna's "Like a Prayer." Lady Gaga's "Marry the Night" is pretty meaningful. And then also Beyonce's "Lemonade" film. I'm not going to include that because that's not a music video, but I just thought I would say that because I think it's like a really good film full of visuals that encapsulate the music. So yeah, that would be just my honorable mentions before I get started with my number 5.
I think those are all great picks, especially Beyonce Lemonade. I know it's not a music video, but like that is an incredible piece of work right there.
Mhm. Yeah. And then what about your honorable mentions?
Um, for me, mine are a lot weirder. So I have "Bees in the Trap" by Nicki Minaj only
Mhm.
because it was the first like music video that I have like a distinct memory of.
Oh
But
yeah.
there's nothing special about it other than that, but I had to include it.
Mhm.
Other ones are "Loyalty" by Kendrick Lamar. I really like that one. "Telephone" Lady Gaga, "Formation" Beyonce, "This Is America" Childish Gambino, and "S&M" Rihanna.
Yeah. For Nicki Minaj, "Starships" was like the main one I remember.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. So, anyways, getting started with our official list now that we've said our honorable mentions. Number 5, I chose "Rhythm Nation" by Janet Jackson. And I really wanted to just spotlight her in this video because people are always like looking at Michael Jackson as such a great dancer and everything. But Janet Jackson is just so amazing. She is the best female singer and dancer that we've ever had, in my opinion. Like, even better than Beyonce. And like, the music video, when you see it, the choreography is just like so powerful when they're all in sync together. It's in black and white. The outfit that she's wearing really just resembles Power, and I really do feel empowered by the song and seeing the music video. And the music video is not even like that fancy. It doesn't do so many, like, it doesn't really have that many cuts, but just the choreography that she does is just so good. And the song, itself is amazing. To have a music video like that where she's just killing the moves completely is awesome. And she has so many other good videos, but I think this one's just my favorite. So I just wanted to spotlight that.
No, that's actually a really good choice. I haven't seen the music video enough times. I think I've only maybe seen it once or twice at most, so I don't really remember too much about it, but I remember enjoying it when I was watching it. So
Yeah,
Janet Jackson is Janet Jackson. I mean,
she's awesome.
what
I
are you
wish.
gonna say? For my number 5, I've got "The Monster" by Eminem featuring Rihanna. I've always respected Eminem and his talent and his creativity, especially, and this was just another example of him showcasing it. I do very much enjoy the song. The song's great in and of itself, but what I loved so much about this music video was that throughout it, he actually shows clips of his previous hits. So he shows "Lose Yourself," he shows clips from "The Way I Am," "My Name Is," and he also shows clips of him performing with Elton John, which is performing with Elton John is like a huge accomplishment in your life. If you are able to say you perform with Elton John, you've made it in life basically. Um, the song talks about fame and the negativity surrounding it, like with death and insanity and all that, and it's incredible how he uses the clips from his previous videos to basically describe
Yeah,
that. And basically, in the end, he makes the realization that he is the problem, like he is his own problem and things like that. And I mean, this is in simple terms what the song is all about. Of course, it goes much deeper than that. But I love the way Eminem's mind just works, and how he put everything that he had made up until that point together in
yeah,
this video. And Rihanna's Rihanna. She didn't play a huge role in the music video itself, but like she
yeah.
was a great feature on it as well. So it's a very enjoyable watch for me, especially as someone who is a big fan of Eminem.
Yeah. I vaguely remember that music video. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I was like a huge fan of Eminem when I was in sixth grade. It came out. That was like one of my go-to artists. Marshall Mathers LP2 was like one of the first albums I listened to, and I remember, the music video. I still remembered what Rihanna looked like. She had like short black hair and like black lipstick, I think, but like the looks were definitely very good in that video, and it's a good choice. So, anyways, with that being said, we're moving on to our number four. And for me, I chose Ride by Lana. I have to put a music video in there by her, but Ride is the one I'm choosing because I really think this is her best music video by far. Like, I don't think it's even close, from the visuals to the storyline to the monologue. So it starts out with a monologue basically for like most of the music video. She's talking about her basically life story and her experiences, like how she got to where she is, and it was really empowering for me because her message in it was really like, do what you want, with your life, essentially, with that. And a lot of other people have felt empowered by that. And the song itself, the way like the motivational monologue transitions into the music video is just very like it's just very powerful. And then the visuals are just beautiful. Like she's riding on a motorcycle in the desert, like wind in her hair completely. And it just totally fits with the song, and, it's like dark outside kind of a little bit, but then it gets lighter as it goes on. And it does these cutbacks in different shots where, she's just sitting there and smoking sometimes, but also when she's like riding on this, like when she's like doing like this, she's like doing not a zip line, but she's like riding on this tire, which is like really, like when she's swinging back and forth like that. And I think it really fits with the song. It's just so calming. But yeah, she looked great in it. I thought it was just really, it's one of her more meaningful ones. And, I mean, it was filmed in California, and like I live in California, it was filmed in the desert. So I guess it's a very home thing a little bit, but yeah.
I haven't actually seen this music video, so I definitely need to check it out. But knowing Lana Del Rey, I mean, she's got a creative mind as well. So I only expect like greatness from her. So I'm definitely gonna give this music video a watch. I've listened to the song. I love the song, but
Mhm.
I haven't seen it, so I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
My number four, I limited myself to only one video per artist. I was like, you can't, otherwise my whole list would be like one or two artists that I
Yeah,
just love their music.
completely.
Yeah. So my number four is 7-Eleven by Beyonce, which I know, like, it isn't Beyonce's like best music video. Beyonce is such an incredible music video. I don't know. Okay, Beyonce's incredible. End of sentence, period. But what I love watching 7-Eleven's music video. I love how laid back it is. There's it's not some high production value music video, it's literally just a bunch of random clips of Beyonce and her friends like having a good time. That's
Yeah.
it. Like that's all that there is to it. And there is something about that that I love. I love seeing her in such like a relatable light, in such a very natural element almost. She's just like being herself, being surrounding herself with people she has fun with. It's like I could put myself in that exact spot and be like, yeah, I've done something very similar with my friends. I've made a silly video like that with my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's why I love it so much. Like I love that it has little production value. It could literally have just been shot on an iPhone and like clipped together. Um I don't know. It makes me happy. It just makes me feel so happy. And maybe Beyonce does that in general, but it's so different than most of her music videos, which have these storylines and they have there's so much coordination. Knowing Beyonce, there's always coordination. And this is like the complete opposite of that, which I love about that. I think that's just what I loved so much about it. It's like we know Beyonce can do this. We also know Beyonce can just be a normal person.
Yeah.
And that's great. I love when artists show that they are just normal people, that they aren't like some mysterious goddess type creature. They're humans just like us who live lives just like us. And I love being able just to catch a glimpse of that. So it's
Yeah.
a fun watch for me.
I know it is definitely a funny video, and especially what you're saying with like celebrities and stuff. Beyonce, I feel like people often come for that a lot. Like a lot of people don't think Beyonce's humble. They think she has this queen bee persona, you know, she's perfect at everything. So really to see that kind of video from her is definitely a different aspect where it's not high budget. So yeah, I really did like that one. But moving on to our top three now, I have Frozen by Madonna. So this isn't really a high budget music video, I don't think either, but I just think this is a beautiful video along with the song being beautiful. I feel like it fits well. So basically, the setting in the music video is Madonna basically in the middle of an ice of like ice glaciers and like in the Arctic, I think. But like she's I don't know where they filmed it. Maybe it was like Alaska or something, but she's like basically like ice is surrounding her completely, and then it's completely frozen, and then that's the name of the song, and then you see these birds flying, and then they kind of make her give her a rebirth. So like she basically comes back to life, so she's on the floor, and then all of a sudden she finally like rises up in it, and it's like a very slow and gradual process. And the music video is just really really beautiful because it shows like, you know, the birds flying, and it just shows a rebirth. And I really love that. And the song, you know, Frozen, it has to deal with like, you know, rebirth and then learning to open your heart, so that way, you know, you know you're frozen when your heart's not open, is essentially what the song says. And I think it's a very beautiful song and music video, and it did come out just recently. This was filmed in like 98, I think, so it wasn't as high quality, but it came out in 1080 quality, which is like the highest one, just recently. So I've been watching it in there, and it's beautiful, and I just love the blue imagery and the colors, and just I mean all the music video, like Madonna has so many, but I love the simplicity of this one, and the album itself is just so amazing. And Frozen's like my favorite song, and it happens to be my favorite music video. And I love Madonna's black hair in it. You know, she's always blonde, but we got
Mhm.
different black, like straight black hair, and I really loved it. And it had to, you know, she had just given birth before then, and I feel like it was really fitting for her. So
Hmm. Interesting. I this is another music video. I've seen a lot of Madonna's older videos
yeah,
and like her more famous ones.
yeah.
So like, you know,
This is
I know Vogue and I know all of
looking for
that,
yeah,
right?
looking for
Or Misha Madonna. Like I know the pretty famous ones, but I have yet to do a deep dive into Madonna's discography. I
mhm,
really need to get on top of that because she is the
the
queen of
best
pop. Like
female
she is
performers we've had.
that
She is
pop artist.
just trust
So,
me. She's the queen. Everyone reinventing themselves now. She did it first. Every album's just so different by her.
yeah,
That but
yeah. No, why do we always overlook Madonna?
yeah. I know. I
Like,
don't. That's what I'm trying to
you
do.
don't.
I always try to spread love to her because I hate that. But
Yeah, we gotta spread more Madonna love here.
yeah.
Um, my number three is "Beat It" by Michael Jackson. It's the first Michael Jackson music video I saw, so there's a lot of nostalgia coming into play here. Um, I don't remember when I saw it, but I remember it being like the first one. My dad probably showed it to me when I was a kid. Um, but I love this music video so much because it is, you know, it's very comforting, it's very nostalgic, but it's also when I think of Michael Jackson, that is what I think of. That music video, that image, those dance moves, that red jacket, everything about that music video is how I see Michael Jackson when I'm trying to describe him. And I feel like, in a way, that is how a lot of people see him. You know, when people try to do the iconic Michael Jackson moves, they're always doing the moves that he did in Beat It. I mean that and Thriller. Us folk who don't know how to dance will do Thriller because that's easier. But the professional dancers all do the leg kick and the, you
Yeah.
know, like that's all from that music video. And the red jacket is iconic, you know, amongst many other things by him that is iconic. But I just feel like this is an image of him that it's like we all collectively recognize to be Michael Jackson. And there is something iconic in having a music video like that. I also really like the two rival gang story And then like Michael Jackson just kind of coming in and being like, "No, let's love each other." And every time I watch this music video, the same thought runs into my mind. I was like, yeah, Michael Jackson could probably create world peace. Like if we all just collectively sat in a room together and listened to Michael Jackson's music, we'd all probably live peacefully. I think that just needs to happen. Um, yeah, I think a large part of me putting this so high up on my list though is just because I love Michael Jackson. It's the first music video of his I saw, nostalgia. It played a really large role, in my family because my family loves Michael Jackson. It's just kind of, I think there's a lot of extraneous factors, not necessarily just the music video itself, but how the music video makes me feel. It makes me feel very happy, and I think that that's why I just come back to it often.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I also have Michael Jackson at my number two, and it's Thriller. So this is like the most basic pick you can ever have, but I don't care because I think it still is one of the best music videos of all time. And I really wanted to pick. I really like Remember the Times video with that Egyptian setup. I really like Blood on the Dance Floor, like his choreography in there. But Thriller is just the one music video that I've seen from my childhood. I remember my parents. I think it was my seventh birthday party. They played this like for me to see and for everyone else to see, like all my young little friends. And that shows like the power that we would like all go gather around to see a music video and to see this one, but actually be entertained by it. Because I don't even consider this just a music video. Like I consider this a whole film, like it's a whole movie essentially. And it really just like every single thing he put into this music video. It's crazy because people are like Thriller. People, I think they overrate Thriller the song. Like they think it's like one of the best songs ever, and I don't. I think they only say that because of the music video, but that shows like how good the music video is. It's like insane. The choreography, obviously, the storyline, the dark imagery. It really, it was just all done right. It had the proper dramatic effects. No one was doing it like him at the time when this came out, in '84, I think. And like my parents were like, I wasn't alive when it came out, but like they're saying like it was a huge event, like we never had an event like this big for a music video ever.
My dad was like a teen when that came out,
Yeah.
and he would tell me stories of what I think they watched the music video in class.
No,
Like that's how big it was.
And it's like we don't do that now at all. Like we don't, like no one cares when a music video drops. Like oh well, but for that, it's like it has to really be a quality music video or a film, as I consider it, to like really draw in so much attention. And it was the height of Michael Jackson's stardom, and it really just embodies who he is. And this is what he's remembered for. It's one of the biggest things, along with his amazing music and its performance skills. The Thriller music video is like the ultimate like holy grail of Michael Jackson, one of them. So I just really have to choose. I've been watching it since I was a little kid. Every time October comes around for Halloween, I play it. So yeah.
No one does it like Michael Jackson. No one did it like Michael Jackson. No one will do it like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely I have these discussions in my head. I'm like, will anyone ever reach that level? And the answer is no.
The
Like
answer
short,
is no.
exactly. Short answer,
Impossible.
no.
Because he did everything first. It's like who can come up with something else? I'm glad we both have a Michael Jackson music video on our top five, because if someone didn't, then I'd be like, no offense. But like he made music videos a thing.
Honestly, oh my gosh. My dad was a teen when it came out, and he like had nightmares
Really?
because of the music video. Yeah, because of the zombies
Yeah.
for Thriller. But no, Michael Jackson. I I am so glad we both had Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, our lists are perfect no matter what because we had it.
Exactly.
My number two is Power by Little Mix, which, by the way, I'd like to point out Little Mix is underrated in the US and they need more love because they are incredible that girl group is incredible. Anyways, that rant aside, the inclusivity and the diversity here is immaculate. I think they did a wonderful job pushing the message that they were trying to do in the song through their music video. the song is, about female empowerment, not just female empowerment, but empowerment of groups that are often oppressed and underrepresented in all aspects of life. And I think the music video, well, I mean, it was mainly female empowerment, but we're going to include everyone else as well. Um, and the music video just did a great job of continuing to push that message of lifting others up, essentially lifting people up that should be lifted up. In the If you watch the video, you'll notice that so there are four girls in the group. For anyone who does not know who Little Mix is, there are four girls in the group. They're a UK based band. um, and each girl actually represented a cause that they're very passionate about. So Jade represented the LGBTQ community. Jessie represented body positivity, general girl power, because she's surrounded by a lot of biker girls. Then Leanne was um, women of color, people of color, and Perry represented kind of world peace and spirituality. And I loved that there were these four worlds all coming together, because that is such an accurate depiction of the world we live in today. We are all different people, but we all need to live amongst each other harmoniously. And I love that that was the message they were trying to push, as they were saying, you have the power, use that power, do something with that power. Don't think you don't have that. You can change the world if you want to. You can. You just got to do it. And then Stormzy, and some people did complain about Stormzy being in there as a featuring artist. I didn't see an issue with him being in there, because he also continued to push that same idea further. His verse was great, and Stormzy's also a great UK rapper, if that is something that you are interested in as well. But I think everyone needs to give this song a listen and give this music video a watch, because Little Mix did more for the world than Fifth Harmony's whole career. Like, I'm sorry. This music video and this song is so good, and this is just the tip of the iceberg of what these girls are capable of. So I hope that they continue to grow in the US, as well as they're already big in the UK. So I hope that they continue to grow here and continue to give us songs of real meaning like this one, and music videos of real meaning like this.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of fans will be happy with that pick, because I know Little Mix has like a big base. But
Hmm.
no, yeah, I think I've seen the music video once. I've seen one music video by Little Mix, and I think it was that one, but I'm not completely sure. I would have to see screen caps. But I'm honestly not too familiar with Little Mix. I've listened to them a little bit a while back, but I wasn't really into their stuff. So maybe I need to go back into it, because I've heard like a lot of people bugging me to do so. So yeah, Little Mix will be someone, and a music video that I'll be checking out after this. So now moving on to our number ones, our favorite music videos of all time. You can call it, I guess. I don't know. Once again, it's hard to make this list, but I think this is my favorite video after consideration, and it's Judas by Lady Gaga. It was really hard to like pick a music video. I really wanted to pick Marry the Night, because that music video is like just like so empowering. But I already picked Marry the Night for my favorite song by her, so I'm like, might as well pick Judas, because they're kind of neck and neck for me for music video. So Judas, I feel like we were talking about like low budget music videos. This is not a low budget video. Like, she completely crammed like so much into here. I don't want to say crammed, but like there's so much in here, but it works so well. It was so visually appealing, and the fact that she released this at the height of her career on Easter is just insane. She released this music video on Easter. You didn't know that? She released this
No.
video on Easter, and this was literally so controversial. People say music videos now are controversial. Like, this was so controversial back in the day. Because if you know what the song in the music video Judas is about, essentially in the video, it's portraying the biblical story of Judas betraying Jesus. And then there's a ton of imagery, biblical imagery in there. And then at the end, Gaga's, as Magdalene, ends up getting stoned to death. So basically a lot of imagery going on in here, a lot of biblical references. But the way that she does it was just so artistic, in my opinion. There were so many details in here that I had to watch this music video. Like, I watched this music video over and over just to, see all the details. and there's just so much imagery, and the choreography was great. Gaga's dance scene and choreography was some of the best that it's been. She looked great in it. There's so many just iconic looks we got from this thing, and it just has a lot of replay value. But it's just so funny that the fact that she released this like on Easter Day in 2011, it got so much controversy, and it's like, is this going to end her career? But no, it's definitely interesting because, like, from the perspective of someone who's not religious, like, I'm really not religious, so I'm kind of the, an outside look on this thing. It's definitely like interesting to see like her take on it and her perspective of all the biblical references, and seeing this just play out. And it's just, I mean, the song itself like slaps, and the music video just adds it. It's just like the most visually appealing music video I know, and it was just impressive. I think how she pulled it off, and it's just my favorite.
No, I mean, I think that's a great choice. I releasing it on Easter.
Yeah,
Wow.
lovely.
Lady Gaga. I love that woman. That
That's
woman's
kind of
got
her career.
balls. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I completely I everything you're saying is just it's so true. She's dear God, how she did all that in one music video is just only Lady Gaga could do it.
I
Like only Lady
know.
Gaga could do it. Speaking of controversy, my number one pick is God is a Woman by Ariana Grande.
Shocker.
Also, another controversial music song, the music video and song, which I loved. I think that is one of the reasons why it's my favorite, is because of the controversy it sparked with the very religious community. I'm not Christian, so it didn't like this doesn't. I'm religious, but I'm not Christian, so this didn't like have any sort of effect on me in that sense. But I loved that she capitalized the G in God, because the rest of her songs in Sweetener are all lowercase except
Yeah.
that one. So she she intended to do that. Yeah, so the controversy was great when this one came out, because people thought that she was pushing that God was literally a woman when it was more
Yeah.
so metaphorically. People, of course, they get mad. They didn't understand that she was meaning that metaphorically. I think this is her best song. I've said that in our Ariana Grande video. I've said that in I will say it again and again. I think this is her best song, and the music video is one of the reasons why it is her best song. I remember when this came out, where I was and what I was doing. I stopped work. I was at work. I was doing work, and I realized this music video came out, and I stopped everything I was doing just to watch it. My mind was blown away from the first watch, because I immediately picked up on so many references that she was making. She and I wrote some of them down. We got the three-headed dog, whatever that is called. I feel like it has a name, but I don't know. But it's the three-headed dog. I know it has a name. The creation of man in the Sistine Chapel, except it's not men, it's women, which I loved at the end. I got out of my seat when I saw that, when I saw that she recreated that picture. I was like, this woman, what? Romulus and Remus, sucking on the teat of the she wolf. And yeah, except Ariana Grande is a she wolf. And then there's art pieces like the thinker as well. She's sitting there and she's thinking, and like the words are being thrown at her, but they're bouncing right back off of her. There's a squirrel part I don't get, but we're okay. I don't know if anyone ever understood the squirrel part, but maybe, I don't know. Then there's her man spreading, but as a woman, and it's like glowing. Yes. And then I think she misquotes the Bible like they do in Pulp Fiction.
Mhm.
It's like the same quote in Pulp Fiction, and I think they're both misquoted. And then she literally breaks the glass ceiling. I mean, and she also confirms the Illuminati as well. Just saying, Illuminati confirmed. Like, she's sitting there in her gold dress. There's like a triangle. Like, it's confirmed. She's sitting on top of the world, because women are on top of the world. At least that's how I interpreted it. Maybe it's not that. Maybe she's just doing that just to do that, but I highly doubt it, because everything in this music video seemed very calculated. It seemed like there was a reason why it was there. These are just a few things that I was when I wrote all this down, I'm doing it off rote, just memorization. Like I've watched this music video so many times that I can almost tell you how everything comes. And like there's a big chorus at the end. She's on a tightrope with like there's other references and allusions that I'm sure I just like didn't mention. But they're there. That music video is filled with them. And I love it. I think this is her best music video
Yeah.
to date. I don't think anything tops this because this has real meaning behind it.
Yeah.
No, everything else is she looks pretty and like she's dancing around or she's doing I don't know. There's most of her music videos don't really have like much happening in them.
Yeah.
Except I think the ones that came out for the Sweetener era. Like No Tears Left to Cry I think was also a wonderfully done music video, but this one is just like she put in so much work and effort
Yeah.
to include all those references and allusions. And I caught a lot of them on the first watch, but I had to keep watching and watching because there were so many of them that I didn't even get them all at first. And like I had to like watch over and over. And as I watched, I saw them. So there's just that music video is just beautiful. That song is beautiful. Oh, I loved it. I love everything about that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's her best music video, and even if the Sweetener era got cut short because of everything going on, at least we got that video. Tears Left to Cry, which I thought was a good video. Yeah, I love it, and I also love when Madonna was speaking in it too. She said that she got Madonna because like she was basically her inspiration growing up, and she's like the queen of all. So I really love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a great pick.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. Someone recognizes Madonna.
Exactly. I always say
if it's not us, at least Ariana Grande does.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, thank you guys very much for listening. That was our 5 favorite music videos. It was very hard to count down, but we made it work somehow. I hope you guys really like listening to this. And our next episode is going to be an Artist of the Week episode on the weekend. So we're really, really excited to dive into his discography. We're both fans. So yeah, thank you guys very much for listening and see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.